What is up? Running a little late tonight. I apologize for that. This was supposed to happen at 8:30, and well, it's not. It's happening at 10:30. So don't know if anybody will be watching, but if you are, then cool. So yeah. So this is gonna be chapter 13 in the sharing a six pack with gas masks and hand grenades. Been about 2 months since I did one, somewhere in that range. What's up, Brian? And yeah, so it was time to get back to some of these because I've got a lot of stuff planned in the next 2-3 weeks to try to knock out just in case. I never quite know with what's going on with me. It's looking like I'm finally going to get to go out to the Cleveland Clinic soon. So, that could change a lot of dynamics. So, mine is going to be a six-pack for tonight, six-pack of box sets. We're going to kind of get through the box set collection. There's a lot to get through. And at 6 per, maybe we'll need to make it a 12-pack, James. We'll have to sort of see how that goes. But, yeah, so I got some things to show you tonight from the box set collection. I don't think I've shown these before. If I have, it might have been. I never showed them as part of this six-pack collection thing. I think I may have, in passing, pulled stuff up during live streams that we've done in the past, but I believe most of those live streams are actually gone. They're either hidden or I've gotten rid of them for a lot of reasons. People ask me, why do you get rid of your live streams after you do them on the weekend? And the answer is pretty simple. I'm interviewing some pretty high-profile artists and band members, and the thing that kind of occurred to me back in September, October of last year is that our live streams are fun and they're good. They're good times between all of us YouTube buddies and the chat people and stuff like that, and it's cool. But I just didn't really want to portray some of the things that we talk about into the wee hours of the night for everyone to see. It's not that I'm not proud of it, but there are some things that we get into, topics talking about other YouTubers that we're not thrilled with. And, with me, you can name there's only one or two people that I'm not real thrilled with in the community. Most everybody I'm super cool with and either friends with or acquainted with, but there's one or two that I'm not nuts about, and I've been pretty openly critical of them, and I'm sure they're well aware of it. And the bottom line is I just don't want to portray that stuff out to artists that are watching. So that's why I get rid of the live streams or I make them private. If you reach out to me on Instagram, I can generally give you a link, but I'm not going to get in the practice of giving those links out to everybody. So, all right. Anyway, so back to the reason we're here tonight. Got 6 box sets, and like I said, I'm gonna try to get through the box sets, the most definitively over the next couple of episodes. And there's probably going to be. I'm going to try to do one a week, and that may be too much for some of you, but maybe not enough for others of you. So, sorry, I just hogged down a chicken breast. Got indigestion. Yeah, this is actually a bootleg shirt, James. Got it in the parking lot on the R40 tour. I think they were like $8 a piece, and the ink was still dry, so you can see a lot of the. I think it looks cool. It looks rustic, but a lot of the ink was washed off in the first or second washes. These things stank, man. When I got them, I'm like, whoa, man. We threw them in the back of the car, and they laid out there for a couple days because they were so intense. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to try to get through a bunch of box sets, and we'll kind of do that over the next couple weeks. First one I'm going to pull up here is the Sound and Vision. Don't know if I can do this. Crapper. Actually, I can't do this. What a bitch. Didn't think of that. Okay. You can, I believe you can still see me. Somebody confirm you can still see me, even though I'm on a different screen. I'm thinking that you can. The video camera is still picking me up, so I want to read some data on some of these sets because I didn't take notes. I was just going to rely pretty much on Wikipedia for a bunch of this. So, can you see me, guys? Can you see me? Unfortunately, you can see me. Nice, Rick. You're a sweetheart. All right, so the first one I'm going to show you is the David Bowie Sound and Vision box set. Now, there are three different versions of this, essentially. There is an original 1989 Ryko disc edition, this is a Ryko disc, but it's the second iteration. The 1989 Ryko disc edition is an LP size box set, obviously designed by Roger Gorman, not Corman, Gorman, and featuring photography by Greg Gorman. Came in LP, audio cassette, or CD format as 6 LPs, 3 cassettes or 3 CDs, and 1 CD video, which was a Laserdisc type format that was retired in 1991, with the latter containing 3 audio live tracks and a music video for Ashes to Ashes. There was also, and I did not know this till I read this, there was also a numbered limited edition of 350 of these in a solid beechwood case with certificate personally signed by David Bowie. Contents from this release included material from Bowie's catalog through 1980, which would have been Scary Monsters and Super Creeps, including several live performances from the 70s. A second Ryko disc version of this edition was released in 94 on CD. That's this one. This is the one that I have. It replaced the CD video with a regular CD-ROM, and a further reissue in 1995 omitted the video disc entirely, was packaged in a smaller slipcase. It was like a box, like a regular CD box set. The contents of these releases are otherwise identical. However, there is a second edition, which I do not own, which I'm now looking at. I found one for like $22. It's in great shape. That was issued by Virgin EMI in 2003 when Bowie licensed that material to them. And it has studio material from 82 to 93, plus live tracks from the 83 and 97 tours, and replaced some of the tracks from the original set with alternate versions. This version contains more tracks on each CD than the original release and does not include the CD video, CD-ROM tracks from the original release. This edition was released on CD in a smaller slipcase under the Rhino imprint in 2014. And that version basically has it's basically a book style, more akin to this. It's more like this. It's more like, this kind of a book set that that's a pain in the ass. Man, I didn't know that was going to be a big pain in the dick like that. You're kidding me. Okay, there we go. I have to have it right in front of me. So, yeah, the reissue in 2004 that came out from Ryko Disc 14 was a book style like this. So, which is pretty cool. So, the interesting thing about this is that this version, damn it, that virtual background's a pain in the dick. Might get rid of that here shortly. The thing that's valuable about this set, there's a lot of these sets out there, but the thing that's most valuable about it is a lot of them do not come with the Obi slide-on strip, and if they do, it's generally fucked up. Mine is mostly in pristine shape. It needs a little dollop of glue down there on the bottom edge, but other than that, it's perfectly fine. Things to note about this are the top that goes on it. I mean, this isn't like some thin plastic vellum sheet. This thing is really, really a hard plastic. And the other thing, too, is a lot of these sets, when you find them, the corners are blown out. My one corner is a little bit broken here, and it's a little bit, just tiny little bit, but I do have a little bit of crack. There's a small crack there. So, in essence, my set probably is worth less on the market, eBay market and whatnot, than one that's in pristine shape. It does come with the CDs line here. I'll show you them in a minute. Come on, man, seriously. There you go. The CD-ROM lays in this little indentation here, and then the 3 CDs around here, and then the booklet goes in there. The booklet is uh, nice booklet. It's not great. It's okay. Does a lot of track listing info in the back, which it duplicates in the CD. So I don't know why they bothered, just to fill up space. And lots of cool shots from the career up through 1980. And this was like the first. I think this was the first thing, along with the Ryko disc reissues, which I have several of those, that Bowie did once he acquired his catalog, when it reverted to him. So here are the CDs. 1, 2, 3, and the CD-ROM with the video. They all look the same on the inside. They all have this classic Bowie artwork there. So, I didn't notice that this was cracked in the corner like that. Or if I did, I didn't remember that, which is kind of a bummer. That really kind of bums me out now that I saw that. But because it does devalue the overall package there. But I don't have it for that reason. But I am going to look into getting the book style one, because I'm a Bowie completist as best I can be. There's a couple box sets that have dropped recently that have got my eyes. So okay, what do we got? Yeah, that's true. You're right, man. Let's see. Yeah, the translucent edition, not the other one. That's the one that's now. I have never seen the laser disc one or whatever that is. I didn't even look up pictures of it. I should have. In fact, maybe I will at the end of this just to show people. But I'll tell you what, man. I would love to have that version, even though I don't have a laser disc to play it on. I gotta believe that one's expensive, and the signed copy, the 350 version, I've never even heard of it. I mean, till I read that off, I didn't know it existed. So it's probably crazy, crazy expensive. So let's see, what else do we have here? That's true. He has used up the chopped up screen. But is he showing stuff? Yeah, I guess he does. Yeah. It's just a pain in the ass. I think it looks super cool, but it kind of gets a little bit overwhelming and confusing, I guess. So, hey, what's up, Nick, Rick, James, Mean Metal Mike, Ryan, whoever's still here. Nuggets was Rhino, I believe. I believe that was Rhino. Almost 9, not Ryko, Rhino. Although I think they're somehow tied in together. I think Ryko may have been bought by Rhino, something like that. Anyway, so there you go. That's the Bowie Sound and Vision box set. Let's do this one here next. We're going to do the Frontline Assembly Live Wired, which came out in 1996. Came out September 16th, 1996, and includes shows from from a 1995 show, or I'm sorry, it includes footage from the show in Chemnitz, which I don't know where that is, but Germany looks like. And it's a live show revolving around the Hardwired album that had come out in '96, early '96. This was recorded October 24th, 95, which is interesting. Maybe Livewire came out in 94. Am I mixing things up here? I thought Millennium was 94. I thought for sure Livewire came out in, or Hardwired. Oh, it did come out in 95. How about that? Got my years mixed up there. So, anywho, this is the Livewire box set. 2 CD set. And then it has a VHS video, which I got to be honest with you, I think I've only ever actually watched once the whole way through. but pretty cool. Comes out with the VHS. This thing's pretty much pristine. Like I said, I've if I've watched it more than once, I don't recall it. So this thing should be in minty mint shape. I'm not a big VHS guy. I know there are people out there that love them, but I'm not one of those guys. And then we've got the CD, double CD here. And it's a really good recording, man. Really, really good recording. But I'll be honest with you, listening to techno industrial music live on a CD, not really my thing. It's more of a visceral, you gotta be there sort of thing for me. So does this get a lot of airplay? It did when it first came out, and I got it, but I probably haven't listened to it much since then. And then it comes with a nice little booklet. By the way, these guys are in Maryland at Fillmore tonight. Really wish I could have gone. Them, Gary Newman, and Ministry, but just too many other shows in March and April. I just didn't have the heart to ask my kid to take me down. So decent little booklet here. Nothing super duper. This is on Metropolis, by the way, came out. And then lastly, it's probably never been out of the bag because I'm not really a big battle vest dude. I don't know. I get it. You guys all have them. It's not my thing, man. I mean, I know that's sacrilege in the metal community to say you're not really a battle vest guy, but I don't know. I just always kind of found them cheesy. Maybe I'm too old. I don't know. But pretty cool frontline assembly pin. Pewter. Really nice. And yeah, so that is the frontline assembly box set. No idea what it's worth. I think it's pretty easily found out there in the wild. Unlike the Bowie box set, which you're going to struggle to find in good shape for a reasonable price. Okay, what else? Oh, I'll save the big one for the last. But these last three are all pretty big ones. So let's come back over here. I apologize. I'm backing back and forth. Any comments here? Anything? My boss paid me to just sit around and listen to music all day. Yeah, hey, my boss doesn't pay me shit. I live literally off of fucking ramen, my dude. You know that. And Nick does it more than me. Holy shit. Get out of here, man. Well, Nick, what's your boss paying you these days? All right, this is the Duke Ellington, the Columbia years 27 to 62. This is a 3 CD box set of a bigger box set. This is kind of a compendium. I found this for $12 in pretty much perfect shape, except for the assholes at FYE. Oh, you bastard, you. You fucking bitch. There it is. They put their sticker, which, has like titanium like glue on the back of it. They put it over the barcode down here, and man, that glue is hard as shit to get off. Thankfully, this is only generally worth about $12 these days, so I probably overpaid for it. Back then, it was it was more of a I want this than I have to have it or it's going to be a collector thing. Yeah, so the Duke Ellington Orchestra. This shit's great, man. I love big band music. It's not something I listen to a lot, but when I get into it, man, I fucking love it. And I can put all 3 discs on and kind of roll with these and just have a nostalgic old time. Duke Ellington, one of the great big band leaders. Lots of info in here. These 27 recordings, which I believe were from the Wax Cylinder days. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they were because, yeah, they didn't have modern studios back in the 20s, so of course they did. Hey, Eric, what's up? Phil, what's up? Nick, what's up? Thanks for joining in, guys. This won't be a super duper long one. Probably wrap this up in about 15, 20 minutes here. So, yeah, this is a great one if you want to check out big band jazz. This is a great primer for it. One of the greats, great piano player, great big band leader. There's a song on here called East St. Louis Toodaloo, which Steely Dan covered in the 70s. And I like this version better. And I love Steely Dan. You guys know that. So this just great shit on here, man. A lot of standards. You know, the mooch is on here. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Ah, man, just a lot of great fucking material on here. Big band jazz. If you don't really know it, you really should check it out, man. You should check it out. Great, 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 great stuff. Again, not really worth very much, and you can find them pretty damn cheaply out there, I would think. I didn't look this up on eBay to see. A couple of these other ones I did. The Bowie one I did. The Bowie one in great shape with the OBI. You can't really touch for under 150,000. What's crazy about that is that to go back to the Bowie thing is that before they even reissued it in the book, in the style of a book like this, which I don't own because I thought it was the same track listing and it's quite a bit different. But before they reissued it in the book version from Virgin, uh, that had sold 200,000 copies of that box set. So there's a lot of them out there. It's just finding them in good shape that is the key. So, all right, now we get into the ones that are a little bit more valuable overall. And I didn't look this one up. No, I guess I did look it up. I think I looked it up on eBay. If not, I looked it up on Discogs and Amazon. Actually, it came up on, and I was kind of stunned to see what it's going for. So this is Thin Lizzy, Vagabonds, Kings, Warriors, and Angels, and 4 CD box set. Really good booklet inside. I know I talked about this before, because as most of you know, I'm a big Phil Lynott and big time Thin Lizzy nut. And so, yeah, I don't remember what I paid for this, and mine has one little ding right there that got there in the move. So pissed. This was in a box that was on the bottom of a lot of other boxes, and some of my box sets got compressed. Most of them made it out all right. This one has a little bit of a crooked top now because of the weight that was on it, which, shit happens, man. Overall, it's in pretty, I'd say it's in near mint shape. There's no tears or rips or gouges. It's just that one little dent there. Yeah, man, Thin Lizzy, one of the greatest bands ever. Phil Lynott, one of the very best songwriters ever. Great bass player, great guitar player, great singer. This is a compendium of a lot of their material. This came out in 2001 on Mercury Records. This has songs all the way up through Thunder and Lightning, the last album with John Sykes. If you don't know that album, that's their metal album, and it fucking rules. But the one before that is killer too, Renegade. I mean, really, there's only the very, very beginning stuff with Thin Lizzy that I'm not into. The very, very, like the songs from a Blue Orphanage or whatever it's called. I'm not really crazy about that. Very bluesy back then. They weren't very. They hadn't established the Thin Lizzy sound yet. So, yeah, I think Vagabonds is the first. Vagabonds of the Western World is kind of my first favorite one too. Yeah. Black and Chaos. You hate Phil Lynott's vocals? Oh, sir. We gotta have a talk, man. Oh my goodness. But hey, each their own. But I love them so. Yeah, this one, the last I saw a copy going on. There is a copy for $35 on Discogs, but there's 12 copies on there, and most are going for 92, 65, 75, 80, 91. A pristine copy of it, $162. So mine's not pristine, but it's pretty close to that, I would think. So again, this is a 4 CD comp. There is some stuff on there that I believe was previously unreleased. A couple of live tracks, I believe. I'd have to actually look through the track listing to remind myself of what was. It's not a lot. I'd say maybe 4 or 5 tracks are unreleased on here. So Vagabonds, Kings, Warriors, Angels. What's kind of sad about Thin Lizzy is right now I do not have a lot of the individual Thin Lizzy releases. I have Jailbreak, I have Renegade, I have Thunder and Lightning. And the main reason I didn't buy them was because I was kind of waiting for them to do box sets on all of them. But I don't think that's going to happen, i.e., kind of like what Sabbath is doing. But they did put out, I believe it's a 6 or 8 CD box set 2 years ago that is super and fully encompassing. And I've been kind of eyeing that, but it's getting super pricey too. So, I need the rest of my Lizzy stuff, man. It's just unconscionable that I don't own more of it, and terribly unconscionable I never saw them live. But okay, we're gonna move on to the 5th one here, and it is called The band is Magnum. The CD box set is called The Gathering. It is a 5 CD box set with these are the kind of box books I love. These are like the Jethro Tull Marillion ones. This is says first ever complete cross career celebration of the UK's much adored melodic prog rockers. Includes previously unreleased live tracks, rare demos, and single B-sides over 5 discs. Features a vintage live performance from the Hammersmith Odeon from 1988. Extensive story of Magnum from classic rock editor Dave Ling, and 60-page booklet. Yeah, it's got a great booklet in here, man. Like really, really, really well researched and historical document of the band. Lots of pictures that you probably wouldn't get anywhere else. One of my prized possessions. I love this band. A lot of people call them, like light prog or prog light. I mean, yeah, they're a little bit AOR-ish at times, but they're also pretty poppy. Pretty keyboard driven and great guitars from Tony Clark and amazing vocals from the ageless Bob Catley. Guy's voice is still in his late 70s. He sounds amazing. This one is really hard to find. And in fact, at one point, I remember this thing when it came out and then went out of print really quickly. And by the way, this came out in 2010 on UMO, which is Universal Music Operations and Sanctuary. So I guess it's Universal Music Group, but Sanctuary as the sub-label. Excuse me. I'm looking this up on Discogs real quick because I know this thing was really hard to find at one point. I'm a Magnum whore. I love this band. I have everything but Magnum 2 on CD and the latest 2. And I gotta get a Magnum deep dive in. Oh shit. Been thinking about doing that forever. And I don't know. Excuse me. Let me get a drink here. I don't know a lot of people that know Magnum. So the only person I know that kind of knows them is Devin from Maze of Torment, who I got him into them. So he doesn't have a long history with them, but he's bought several albums. But with Devin, it's always kind of, well, I'll do like a certain group of videos, not videos. I'll do a certain batch of these, but I'm not going to do the whole thing. So I may end up doing that on my own. Well, I see one on here for $98 with shipping and these are all European. They're all overseas. Netherlands, Germany. So there's one for 116. Says CD's in great condition. The book is not sealed. The book has some damage, and one of the discs is missing. So that's why it's 116. You jump up to the next one. Edge of the book has minimal indents. First page mounted has cut in the side. $181. $279 for a near mint limited edition sticker involved. Mine has all that shit. So, could I get $200-300 for it? Probably not. But it's, I could probably easily get $200 for it. Maybe $225. And I think I paid, not sure what I paid for it, but $50, $45, something like that, back around 2010 when it came out. This is a great career retrospective, and there's a lot of unreleased material on here that's really killer. Really, really killer. So if you want to check out Magnum, and if you run into this in a store, I don't care if it's under $50, you'd be stupid not to grab it, even if it's in rough shape, because the music on here is just worth every penny of that. If you're paying $50 for it, you're paying $10 a disc. You're not going to find a lot of this anywhere else but on here. So yeah, I'm glad you guys are going in raw and buying Magnums. And I've seen Rick. I'm doubting it's a Magnum. Sorry, Rick. I apologize, man. We've been side by side together. I'm just betting it ain't a Magnum. But who knows? You never know. Sometimes little guys are big guys. Who knows what happens? And sometimes when the little guy gets bigger, who knows what happens? All kind of crazy shit happens. So you compensate accordingly. Yeah. Anyway, Magnum, The Gathering, man. This is a killer box set. If you find it out in the wild, grab it unless it's stupid money. Because frankly, I think this thing's just going to keep going up in value. The band, I just think, put out their 24th album, 23rd, 25th album. This guy, Tony Clarkin, is ridiculously prolific. And generally, up until the last two, the albums have been incredibly diverse. And yes, they all sound like Magnum, but they don't sound alike. Magnum Deep Dive. I think we got to make that happen. I got to make that happen sometime. So, yeah. So, really, really killer box set there. And then the pièce de résistance is one that I bought 2018, I believe. Let's take a look here. I think this came out in 2018. And I just noticed that a new one just came out for Every Good Boy Deserves Favor, I believe it is. This came out September 28th, 2018 on Polydor. And it is the In Search of a Lost Chord box set from the Moody Blues. This is a lift-off box. I would have preferred the book, but these are still nice as well, too. We have a really nice book here with a detailed accounting of the recording of the album and all kinds of historical notes. I love the Moodies, and by the way, Chuck and I and Lee are Lee from Literal Lee, or I forget his new channel's name. Rock Art or Heavy Rock Art or Heavy Art, something like that. Sorry, Lee, I forgot the name of it. He and I and my buddy Chuck, my other prog nerd friend, are probably going to do a 70s Moody's deep dive, hopefully soon. So this is, Eric, that 7-album run, that's insanely good. And that's what we'll focus on. There's the hype sticker in there, and it's got the little, thing like that. So basically what you got here is, these are kind of cheap, but I think I'm almost certain I paid $62 for this, maybe $82. But I'm going to show you what it's going for now. This has the Well, let's read it off here, off the hype sticker. This has the 3 CD, 2 DVD box set featuring a new 5.1 surround mix along with new stereo mix of the album, BBC sessions, a visual DVD featuring the 68 Color Me Pop BBC TV special, and a previously unreleased complete concert for French TV from July 1968, French TV spots from October 68. This album is one of my favorite. I also have the MoFi Gold Fidelity uh, Days of Future Past, which is sadly mine's a little bit beat up. I got it for $8 from my boss who found it in a dumpster at a box of CDs that clearly my guess was some woman or dude, who knows these days, but some woman or dude that broke up with somebody dumped all these CDs, Marillion, Rush, all kinds of shit in a dumpster that my boss was working at, and he pulled them out of the dumpster. Most of them were pretty beat up, but I got the original EMI Marillion CDs, which I had the remasters of, but not the originals because I had the original albums, and the MoFi Gold MoFi Days of Future Past, which frankly, even beat up is worth about $50-$60. In great condition, it's worth about $200, maybe more. So yeah, this thing. Wait till I show you what this goes for. Now this is, obviously the first thing that came up, but this is what came up. Check this shit out. And remember, it's not even 5 years old yet. It's 4 years old. But this is mind blowing. A brand new copy of this will set you back $318. Got to get that 18 cents in there. $300. $300. Are you shitting me, dudes? That is fucking crazy, man. Out of curiosity, let's see what it goes for on Discogs. What you can maybe think you're going to pay for a copy there. Let's see. Okay, here we go. The cheapest one is $179.50 in Japan, $41 shipping for a total of $220. Here's another from Germany for $220. United Kingdom for $249. These are all used, by the way. None of these are brand new. Factory sealed $219 from Czech Republic, so who knows if it's real or not. The most expensive one, $392 from the United States. The only surround version of, and this, by the way, it does have the only surround version of this album, and that is a brand new one for $392.11. $392. How fucking insane is that? Yeah, one left in stock, Rick. You better jump on that quick. So yeah, I would say this is certainly one of my more valuable box sets at this point. And as I said, the latest one of these just popped. I think it was just released a month or so ago. And man, instead of $82, it's $129. It's basically the same configuration. Here's also why I would need this. I have no idea, but the musical score for Ride My Seesaw into the Sky. Da 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 da. I fucking love the Moody Blues. We're gonna definitely do Devin will buy it for me for sure. For sure he will. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you can see what those go for. There is a Moody's box set that I would probably do very bad things to own. Not sexual things, please, but kill a guy maybe. Just kidding. Joking, YouTube. It's a joke. There is a box set of 8. It's an 18 CD box set with some of the albums, and I don't remember which ones. It's in a steel box, like a big perforated steel case. It's fucking insane. I think that came out around 2013, maybe. I've seen one go for yeah, Nick. Okay, you caught me. But yeah, I think that that one's going for $500 or $600 used, and new I've seen them for $1,300. That's 18 CDs, so you're talking over $100 a CD. But there are, I think, 6 5.1 mixes on there, but it's not all the albums you would think. It's not the ones you would hope. To date, I think that there's this one, Days of Future Past, which is not like this. It's more like a 3 CD digipack, which those are even going for like $120. And I believe the new one that just came out, let's look quick here, is for, uh, I believe it's for the Every Good Boy Deserves Favor. No? Huh. Not see. Oh, there it is. There it is. To Our Children's Children. 4 CD import, $129.99. Ay, ay, ay. That came out in April. That just came out, and it's $130. And it's Universal UK. So I don't know, man. Like, well, I think I might do sexual things for that, Nick. Just saying. If you're hard up, man, just let me know. Just kidding. Just kidding. I can barely get up out of bed. I don't know how I'd do anything else, to be honest with you. All right, I'll hit some comments here. I'll go back up and check stuff out. Again, thanks to those of you that have come on and hung out. Sorry this got started late. I fell asleep at 1 o'clock. It's Nick's fault. I was watching his collection update, and I fell asleep during it. And I slept till 8 o'clock, and when I woke up, I was like, "There's no way I can get ready by 8:30." And Marty was on at 9 o'clock, and I didn't want to override him. So I, not that anybody would watch from his crew, but I just didn't want to do that. So all right, Phil, Meat Metal Mike, where did I get the Rush shirt? I told that. Why, Mike? You always come in at like way after I've already discussed that. I got it at a Rush show. Where do you think I got it at? The R40 show. And this is a bootleg, and you can tell because this isn't supposed to quite look like this with the cool rustic look, but I like it that way. It washed some of the oils off. It was a bootleg in the parking lot that I think I got 2 of them for my kid and I for $15, $7.50 a piece. Shirt's fine. I don't know if, let me see if I can show the back. Yeah. Maybe not. No, that's my head. Yeah, I can't get at it. I can't reach back. I'm too old. That's what she said. Boom. I know Nick and Jeff are working out a divorce. Yes, we are. Are we? I didn't know that. Baloney. I'm never. Yes, Rhino. That's it. FLA box set. Yep, cool. Artwork looks sick. Always get 2 front 2 and front. Yeah, I do too. Well, front 242 is I have a couple of their albums. I can't remember the name of them, but they're Belgium, I believe. Belgian? Yeah, they're Belgian. And one of the OGs. They were around very, very early on too. I think the guy's name is DeMeyer, or something like that. Luke DeMeyer, or something like that. The main guy. Okay, what else do we have? Guam, brutal metal scene. Yeah, heard that. Yeah. Baloney and Nick need Swans records. I don't know Swans. I don't know Swans like I should. I really should know them better. I think they're the one is. I can't remember the damn name of the album, but That's something I need to get into. I really need to get the Swan stuff. So, what else? No Slaves. There you go. That's a good one. I dropped the Duke live on YouTube. Yes, sir. I did. I got actually real quick. We'll throw a bonus. We'll throw a bonus box set or two in. Hang on. I had that. I just have to have that something sitting here. This is a weird one. So, we'll throw these two in since we're talking old jazz. We're talking old jazz. So this is a bonus two. So this is weird. I found this amongst my dad's stuff. He doesn't even own a CD player that I'm aware of. I've not played it as yet, but it's pretty cool. The complete Hot 5 and Hot 7 recordings from Louis Armstrong. It's a nice box set, man. Really nice. But it's one of these weird ones that opens up from the side with the... I bet this thing hasn't even been played. Come on now. There we go. I'd be shocked if this thing was ever played. It's a 4 CD box set. Pretty cool, man. A lot of commentary. There's some old pictures from the 20s of Louis Armstrong. And Kid Dry on banjo. Johnny Dodds on clarinet. Johnny St. Cyr on banjo. And Lil Hardin Armstrong on piano. Wow. So I found this, forgot I even had it, and should probably put this on because I bet you this thing fucking rules, man. Bet you this thing rules. So, yeah, the complete Hot 5 and Hot 7 recordings from Louis Armstrong. And this came out on Sony 2000 Legacy. So they probably made millions of these, I would think. I would think it's probably not worth a lot of money, but you never know. And again, I don't collect for just because, well, it might be worth something, but, some of the stuff I do know is going to go for quite a bit of money, and I grab it because I want it, and then because, I know it's going to go for some money. And then, let's see. Lastly here, I have the Billie Holiday Complete Decca recordings. Really like Billie Holiday. I have a 10 CD box set of hers too, and this 2 CD box set. This came out on GRP MCA 91. So this thing's old, man. I've had this. I got it off eBay for cheap. I think $12. It's in pretty good shape, but again, the indent thing from the move happened on this one too. And when opening it, this glue that gets old. I mean, this shit's 91, 2001, 11, 20, 33 years old. This thing is crazy to believe that's, wow. So this is like one of the very first, has to be one of the early box sets that were made. But yeah, this is the CD trays need glued back in, which is a common thing. So, but yeah, Billie Holiday, 2 CDs, complete. And what's really interesting about this is I would say at least half this material is unreleased stuff that was never come out. So, Billy Joe Armstrong, huh? Okay, that's a good one there. James been drinking again, probably. No kidding, Phil. That's pretty wild. Bill and Ted, I never saw it yet. I am in Narnia. How'd you know? Compensated sexy time, yeah. Don't tell him. He might actually take you up on that. Okay, what are we talking? We're talking all kinds of crazy ass fucking death metal. Yeah. Devin will buy it for me. Nah. Devin did buy me this though. I will give you this. Hold on, let me get rid of this virtual background. Devin did buy me that. the Crimson Glory flag, which is awesome. Killer to go with my other ones, my Fates Warning and my Rainbow and my Death that's back here that you can't see. So, and I have a Triumph one. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Might end up putting it up there on the ceiling. We'll see. But yeah, so anyway, guys, that's it. I'm going to do another one of these tomorrow night because I'm going to start chopping through a lot of these box sets while I have a little bit of energy. Some people sent me some messages. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Never mind. So, yeah, that's kind of it. And anybody got any quick questions before I bolt out of here? Upcoming events, real quick. So, tomorrow night at 8:30, but it could be 9 or 9:30 the way I operate. I am doing chapter 13 of the box set stuff. And we'll roll out another 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know, whatever. We'll roll a bunch of box sets out, but 6 at least. Some of them are some pretty big ones with vinyl, cool vinyl sets. That a lot of eye candy to show you. So yeah, so that's tomorrow night at 8:30. Right now, tentatively, might slide to 9 or 9:30. Friday at 6 p.m. and it's early because I'm doing a collaboration with John McMeekin from Rock and Metal Plus over in the UK. We are talking about fish. I had something fish related sitting here. What was it? Well, it's about as fish related as I don't have his solo albums handy, but we're going to talk about the ex-lead singer of this band, Marillion, the first singer. We're going to talk about the solo catalog, John and I. 11 albums. So 6 o'clock. I figure we'll be done by midnight. No, just kidding. Hopefully we'll be done by 9:30 in that range. So that's Fish on Friday. Fish on Friday night, rather. Fish does a live broadcast at 2 o'clock called Fish on Friday, which is kind of funny. And I have sent him this information just in case. I'm trying to get him on for an interview. Whether that happens or not is hard to say. Saturday at 7 o'clock. Saturday p.m. 7 o'clock. I have Aaron Turner coming on from Isis, Sumac, Mammifer, Old Man Gloom, House of Low Culture, Lotus Eaters, blah, 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 blah. Lots and lots and lots of bands that are no longer functioning. So that's Aaron Turner, Saturday night at 7. No, Fish with an F. Fish. Yeah, so that's that. And then Sunday at 7, we're going to be talking about this. The Metal Spine box set series begins. Hopefully one per week. I'm going to talk about the 6 of the 7. Well, I'll talk about all 7, but I only own 6 of the 7. 6 of the 7 Sony Legacy Miles Davis box sets, which encompass large parts of his discography. This is going to be the John Coltrane, Miles Davis complete discography, Columbia recordings from 55 to 61. And then let's see. Turn Loose the Doom next Friday night at 7 p.m. Myself and Rick from the Dreadful Minutes and Liam from Death Doom Metalhead channel in the UK and our special guest Greg Chandler from Esoteric are going to do Turn Loose the Doom, 10 essential Desert Island Doom classics. That'll be next Friday night. I'll probably drop another 1 or 2 of these box set or sharing a 6-pack collections. And what else do I plan? There is a Death deep dive coming. I don't want to get too deep into it yet because I'm not sure exactly who all is going to be participating yet and may not know for another couple days. But we may have some luminaries on that panel, musicians and like real musicians, pro musicians, and a bunch of us YouTube fake musicians. Well, in my case, anyways. Yeah, so that's kind of it. Things I'm trying to get to. Oh, Bowie next Tuesday with my daughter and Eric, who's in the comments. Phase 2. We're gonna try to knock that out finally and get that done. The other things in the works. Hawkwind on the 14th, I believe, the first 10 albums with my friend Melinda. And there's other things I've got working on. I'm trying to get something set up with my buddy John to do Boards of Canada deep dive, just him and I. It's something I've been threatening and wanting to do for a long time because they're one of my absolute favorite projects, Boards of Canada. Hard to find somebody that really knows that material well. John and I go way back with it. Totally like back to Music Has the Right. Well, actually, I may have actually checked them out on Twoism or High Scores. I can't remember. High Scores, I think it was. And yeah, so I really want to do, really want to do Boards of Canada. And then I'm kicking around the idea of doing a Saga deep dive, and obviously the Magnum, which I talked about, I'd love to do. And I really want to do a dark ambient thing. I was hoping to have Brian Williams on, Lustmord. He's kind of not gotten back to me here recently, although he did talk. We were kicking it back and forth for a while. So I may hit him up and see what's going on there. And I'm hoping to have Luke LeMay on soon. Sooner rather than later. So yeah, those are the big plans for the next couple of weeks, month or so. And also something to do with Cynic and Atheist, hopefully, but I won't get into that until I know whether it's a reality or not. So yeah, man, that's it. And we've gone almost an hour. Didn't intend to, but you know, me and my big mouth. And pretty much that's kind of about it, boys and girls. I'm gonna let you guys roll out for the evening since it is 11:30, and I'll catch you later.